Right. So basically, we're at the end part of the topic, and so that I have taken this lecture that we can conclude the topic and we can go ahead with the practical and the next topic also, because of this small point we are not able to go for the practical, right? So basically we have seen all the theoretical part from this topic, the designing of the plastic parts, starting from tolerances, allowances, then small elements, thickness, corner, undercut, hole, rib, and a couple of mold materials, right? So these were the some of the basic elements which are required for component design, like draft design. So okay, so in draft design you will have to just keep it in mind, required for ejection purpose. Okay, draft is required for ejection purpose. Ejection in the sense, whenever you are pouring the liquid material inside the mold and when it will cool down. Okay, so it will try to stick to the surface of the mold, inside surface of the mold. Okay, so while ejecting, if there will be a proper inclination, you can easily remove that. Okay, extra material you can remove from by finishing operation, so that this angular, like this slopey region is created. This slope is created. This inclination is created. Okay, that is nothing but the draft, and minimum zero point 0.5 degree, maximum 2 degree. Okay, that is the limit for the draft. Rib design, it will provide rigidity and stiffness to the component. Simple thing. Okay, these are the some of the ribs. Just keep it in mind this parameters, like thickness of the rib should be 60 to 80% of wall thickness. Distance between the ribs should be 2 times the nominal wall thickness. And if you are having two options, either to go for a large less number of ribs, and small more number of ribs, means thick rib or thin rib. Okay, so you will go for thin rib with more quantity rather than going for thick rib with the less quantity. Okay, so this is how, rather than going for single rib of large size, large dimension, you can go for the multiple ribs of the small dimension. Okay, so that a load can be distributed evenly on the ribs. Ribs are nothing but the supporting elements, in short, right? Then we have gone for the very important one, that is wall thickness, which is required for each and every component. And range, you will have to keep it in mind, this minimum 0.5 millimeter and maximum 4 millimeter. Okay, two things I told to you. First thing, if wall thickness will be very less, you can save the material, cost of the component will be less. But parallelly, the problem is that the thickness or the wall is going to be a very or is not going to be strong. Okay, so it can collapse or it can distort easily. If you are preferring to go for the more material or the higher wall thickness, that time wall will be strong, but it will incur more material, more cost, more time for cooling, and cycle time will be more. Okay, so for both the ways, for less wall thickness, pros and cons; for more wall thickness, pros and cons. Okay, so better to go for optimum range, in an average 2 millimeter. Okay, so we have gone for these points also. There should not be an instant change in wall thickness. Instant change in wall thickness. Rather than, you should have to go for the gradual change in wall thickness. Okay, reason I told you, if there will be instant change in wall thickness, cooling rate will change instantly. And once cooling rate will change instantly, there is a problem of distortion. Okay, crack formation. Getting it? Okay, because at the first point a different cooling rate, and at the immediately second point a totally different cooling rate. Okay, so at the cross section there is a possibility of distortion. Even the larger wall thickness will have these issues, voids or sink marks. Then uh, then we have seen this design of corners, right? So what is happening actually, if you are preferring for exactly 90-degree corners, designing of the 90-degree corners, so at this corner you are getting uh, larger wall thickness. The material requirement is more at the corner, this diagonal size 1.4 times the regular size. And again the same problem, more cooling rate will be very slow. Okay, extra material will be required and distortion may happen. Okay, so that designing of the corner should be like this. Okay, try to avoid the sharp corner, that's what I want to tell. Then we have gone for the undercuts. Okay, I told you the requirement of the undercut. If there are undercut, it is very difficult to design the mold, because once undercut is there, undercut may be of two types: external undercut, internal undercut. External undercut means like a protrusion, and internal undercut means like indentation. Okay, so here is a this extra elongation. Okay, that's what it's called as the external undercut. And here this is the internal undercut. Okay, so removing of the component from the mold will be difficult if this kind of undercuts will be there. Okay, but sometimes it is, many times undercuts are required. For example, these are the components, second figure. Okay, so this is the undercut, this is the internal undercut. Getting it? Okay, so if you see this kind of components, undercut is there. Undercut is must, like screw threads. Getting it? Okay, let it be externally threaded or internally threaded. If it is externally threaded, it is an external undercut. If it is internally threaded, it is an internal undercut. But to get proper fit or to get proper assembly, you need to have the undercut. Okay, that's how. Right, so just you will have to make the changes, corresponding changes with the mold. And then we have seen something about the holes also, two kinds of holes: through hole and blind hole. Okay, so through hole will be throughout the component, easy to drill the hole, because it is throughout the that particular section, so no need to check the height of the hole or the length of the hole. Okay, in case of blind hole, you cannot judge exactly the length of the hole. Getting it? Okay, and at the corner it will become a like this slant. Okay, so it will not be a proper hole, so that prefer to have through hole. And then this, some of the specifications we have seen, don't there should not be a holes very close to the surface, corner surface. Okay, otherwise crack will generate from that corner. There should not be a so less distance between two holes if there are multiple holes on the same surface. Okay, again the material will become weak at that particular region and crack can generate. Okay, so that there are, these are some specifications: 2 times the thickness, that should be a distance. Okay, then we have gone for the inserts also. Same very simple example. Inserts are nothing but the metallic materials which are inserted in the component. Okay, two things are possible: either you can go for inserting this during mold or after getting mold. Okay, it is preferred to insert it during mold because it will have a proper assembly with that. Okay, here if you can observe, it is tightly adjusted here. Okay, it is a fan blades, and now, and this screw and bolt arrangement or this ram you can adjust, a motor spindle you can adjust here. Okay, and it can simply mount it on the motor. Okay, so that's how these inserts are required. And then some kind of molding materials, mostly preferred steel and aluminum. I told you because see, mostly preferred is the steel, right? Because of the melting point. Aluminum also you can go for the, because aluminum will give you the good surface finish, less cost, but melting temperature is less. So if you are going for higher temperature range, then prefer to have the steel rather than the aluminum. Okay, so but general category is the steel and aluminum for each kind of molding process. Now we'll have one numerical, only one numerical we'll go for, and just get relaxed, be relaxed. This numerical or the designing will not be as difficult, I'll not say the difficult, as complex as your machine design or theory of machine or SOM. It's a simple, very simple problems. Okay, even like, and that you may have studied in your first year. Okay, that kind of problems, very simple problems, so that as such there is no any proper designing in case of these plastic components. Getting it? Okay, so it is a very simple as compared to other design process. Okay, now just read the question carefully so that you can understand each and every part. Okay, so I am just reading, listen carefully. What is required? A steel chair of weight 10 kg. Okay, so component is steel chair, weight is 10 kg, having 4 leg supports. Okay, leg with 4 support. Okay, 4 leg for the chair, requires plastic bottom support bushes. Okay, to avoid noise during handling and avoid scratching. Okay, understand the meaning of bush. Okay, So you are a mechanical engineer, you should understand the bush. Okay, if you have seen the metallic chairs, not wooden chairs. Wooden chairs generally don't have this bush. Okay, metallic chair or metallic what you can call tables, whatever, any of the metallic components, heavy metallic components, at the bottom you will find that bush. Okay, requirement is simple, or sorry, purpose is simple: to avoid noise during handling and avoid scratching. Okay, whenever you are moving chair or that table from one place to another place, okay, so that time there should not be a friction with the surface or the uh, style. Okay, so that generally mostly we have observed rubber bush. Getting it? We have observed rubber bush. Okay, so even if you observe the electrical motors, submersible pumps, rather I'll say the submersible pumps. Okay, so below that submersible pump you will also find a different kind of bush, that is a rubber pad or sometimes plastic pad, to avoid the vibrations. Okay, so this is the actual purpose of the bush. So what is required here? A steel chair is there with 4 legs, and we have to adjust bush at the bottom of the leg. Getting it? Okay, now see, automatically we'll have to start imagining this concept. Chair is there, 4 legs are there, and at the bottom, immediately when you will think about the 4 legs, you will get a picture that leg can be of 2 types, 2 to 3 types. First thing, if it is a metallic leg, either it will be a square pipe or a cylindrical pipe, or it is a L-shaped bar. Are you getting? Only these 3 possibilities are there: L-shaped bar, square pipe, or cylindrical pipe. Only these 3 kinds of shapes are possible. Are you getting my point? Okay, only 3 possibilities are there. See, you have seen in the machine design also, while designing any of the component, mostly you don't have all the data. Many times you will have to assume the thing and you will have to go ahead. For that you need some preliminary information. That's what. Okay, that's what I am telling. In case of leg, only 3 possibilities are there mostly: L-shaped bar, square bar, or I'll say pipe. L-shaped pipe, square pipe, or cylindrical pipe. Okay, only that kind of shapes are possible. Getting? Okay, the plastic bush has to be fitted. Second para, the plastic bush has to be fitted to pipe leg of chair. It is not by, it is of 4 mm diameter full threaded screw. Okay, okay, so what is there? See, this leg is, sorry, this bush is going to attach to that leg by using screw. Okay, by using threaded screw, and the diameter of screw is 4 mm. Okay, now mostly you have observed that we are using a rubber bush, and that rubber bush is not having screw, threaded screw. Okay, plain bush we are using. Okay, another one example I'll give. If you have seen benches in our classroom, in our college, if you have seen the benches, okay, that benches, these legs are made from the L-shaped bars. If you have seen, just recall, remind. Okay, that benches, the legs of benches are having L-shaped bars, and if you have observed, there are a square type bush, there are square type bush at the bottom. Have you observed? Rubber square type bush. Okay, so that is kind of bush. So here we are having bush, but that bush is fitted with screw. Bush is fitted with the screw, so that it will not automatically remove from the leg. Okay, while moving chair from one place to another place, that bush should not be removed automatically. It should not slide from its place. So that we are using threaded screw also, and the diameter of screw is 4 mm. Okay, what information we got? Chair weight 10 kg, legs 4, and one bush we are using, which we are fitting with the 4 mm diameter screw. Third para, the pipe is 50 mm diameter. Pipe is of 50 mm diameter. Now you got the clear picture. What I told at the start, 3 possibilities: L-shaped angle, or L-shaped pipe, cylindrical pipe, or square pipe. Now they have cleared here. The pipe is 50 millimeter diameter. It means it is a cylindrical pipe, cylindrical hollow pipe. Okay, cylindrical hollow pipe with the 50 millimeter diameter, having flat bottom support. Okay, this much information only required. Okay, 4 legs, each leg with diameter of 50 millimeter pipe. Weight of the chair 10 kg, and bush will be adjusted to the leg by using 4 millimeter diameter screw. Okay, that's what information we are having. And what is asked? Design the bush. Only this kind of simple examples are there. Okay, designing of the chair is quite different, quite difficult. Design of the bush is a very simple. Okay, even you may have you imagined this size of the bush, sorry, shape of the bush also. Okay, we'll start. See this picture I have shown here. Okay, it should not be like this. Okay, or it may not be like this, but one kind of bush I have shown here with screw. Okay, threaded screw, and at the bottom a plastic component. Are you observing this now? There should be a adjustment in the pipe also for fitting this screw. Okay, so these are some kind of bush with the this plastic part and threaded screw. Okay, now we'll start. See, this is what we are requiring. One leg I have shown as a pipe. Okay, now listen carefully. This question is asked for 7 marks. Design of the plastic component. Okay, very simple process, common to all problems. What is given? A pipe is given in the form of leg. A pipe is given, and we have one bush. Okay, it is shown here at the bottom. We have one bush. Just look at the cursor. We have one bush at the bottom. Okay, I have adjusted to it. I have adjusted it to the pipe. Getting it? Okay, and this bottommost part, which is shown at the most at the bottom. Okay, this is nothing but the threaded screw. Okay, dotted line I have shown. Threaded screw. Okay, so this bush is fitted to the pipe by using threaded screw. Okay, see, this bush is of lesser size than the size of the pipe, so obviously we require the threaded screw. Okay, right. So this is the setup. This is the simple setup. If you are observing, it is a very simple setup. A pipe is there, and to support that pipe we are having a bush which is fitted with the threaded screw to the pipe. Okay, so that's how the simple setup, and we have to design this bush. Okay, now see, now this in your engineering drawing, sorry, engineering graphics, you have gone through this drawing. Okay, drawing of the part. See, now we are only focusing about the bush and not the pipe. Okay, so this is the setup of the bush. In between this bush, through this bush, we are having through hole and not the blind hole, because it is going to be like this. Okay? It requires through hole. Okay, so this bush is having through hole which will give access to the threaded screw. Okay, so simple cross-sectional view you can easily draw like this. Okay, now some kind of assumptions will be there. Okay, just a minute. Right. Okay, so if you draw the cross section of the bush without dimension, first of all, okay, this middle part is showing this opening for the threaded screw, and this is the side part. Okay, currently our bush is a solid bush, no any hollow section. I mean, apart from this screw part. Okay, this is the access for the screw, and this is the bush. Okay, now what is given? Check it. The pipe is of 50 millimeter diameter, so obviously bush will be less than this. Okay, obviously bush will be less than this. So now we'll have to assume the size of the pipe is 50 millimeter. So time being, I am assuming that size of bush, diameter of the bush is 25 millimeter. Okay, so total size of the bush is 25 millimeter and thickness of the bush is 10 millimeter. Okay, now mostly it is given in the problem. If it is not given, you will have to assume in this way, because see, 10 millimeter thickness is a quite good. If you take less than this, it may not handle the load. Okay, and if you take more than that, it is a just it will cost more, it will incur more material and unnecessarily you will have to invest more. So that optimum values I have taken, right? So size of the bush is 25 millimeter, size of the bush is 25 millimeter and thickness of the bush is 10 millimeter. Getting it? Okay, now the size of threaded screw is given as 4 millimeter. It is given in the problem, second para. Look at this sentence. Size of the thread screw is 4 millimeter diameter. So I have shown this size as a 4 millimeter diameter. Okay, so total size of bush 25 millimeter. Out of that, if you reduce 4 millimeter, it will be 21 millimeter, and 21 millimeter is distributed on the both sides, 10.5, 10.5. Okay, have you got the dimension? Simple thing. Out of this 25 millimeter I have assumed and 10 millimeter I have assumed. Size of the bush 25 millimeter. See, you can assume 30 also. Getting it? You can assume 30 also, but it should be less than 50 millimeter. Okay, so that you should not be very close to the boundary also, like 45 millimeter or 48 millimeter, like this. It must be less than 40 millimeter. Okay, common sense, a part of common sense. So size 25 millimeter, thickness 10 millimeter. Okay, accordingly I have distributed this dimension. Okay, got it? Middle screw range 4 millimeter and both sides 10.5 millimeter. Getting it? Okay. Now what you have to do? Now what we have to do? We have to calculate the load that is going to be there on this particular bush. Load in the sense we have to calculate the stress on the bush. Okay, now we are not going into deep of this theories of failure and other formulas. Okay, we need only simple calculation. What I want individual stress distribution on this particular bush, individual bush. Okay, so how to calculate the stress? Simple formula. Stress is equal to load by area. Okay, mathematical formula, not the definition. Okay, so load applied on that particular area. Okay, now area of the bush, we know this. Area of the bush, we know this. Okay, and load applied. Okay, again one more thing is there. See here, this is the formula, and just a minute, I'll go to this. Okay, see here, the first line, steel chair of weight 10 kg. Getting it? Okay, steel chair of weight 10 kg. Now what you have to assume? I mean, data is given as steel chair is of 10 kg, and just consider that and a person is sitting on the chair with average weight of 70 kg. With average weight of 70 kg. Now don't get confused. Here you can consider 60 kg also. Okay, you can consider 50 kg also, but just as an average, I am considering that there is a even load of 70 kg on the chair. Okay, so 70 kg load on the chair and 10 kg load of chair itself. 70 kg of person sitting on the chair and 10 kg of chair itself. Total load will be 80 kg. Are you getting? Total load will be 80 kg, and this 80 kg load will be distributed on the 4 legs. So per leg it is a 20 kg. Simple calculation. 10 kg chair weight, 70 kg person weight, total weight 80 kg. 80. Number of legs 4. So per leg it is 80 by 4, 20 kg. What is the meaning? Each leg will have to bear 20 kg load. Okay, so each bush has to bear 20 kg force. Okay, 20 kg load on its own. Okay, so load we got, area of the bush we know. Now if you check this cross section, how to calculate the area of the bush? Because this is a hollow area, sorry, hollow section, middle one. Okay, middle one is a hollow section. Okay, so I want only effective area. If I want the total area of the bush, it is simply pi by 4 d square. D is the 25 millimeter total diameter. Okay, pi by 4 d square, it will be a total area. Getting it? Okay, so but I have to reduce this area of the hollow section. I have to reduce this area of the hollow section. So what I'll do, total area of the bush minus total area of this hollow section. Getting it? Okay. So here it is. I need stress. Okay. For that, first of all, I need the area. Area equal to pi by 4 d1 square minus d2 square. Okay. Maximum diameter is 25. Minimum diameter is 4. Okay. See, this is not required to calculate now. These are the very simple calculations. Okay. That's why I have given it directly. Simple calculations, calculation of the stress only. Force load by area. Load we got now 20 kg per leg. Area with respect to this, total area minus hollow area. Total area is with respect to 25 millimeter diameter. Hollow area is with respect to 4 millimeter diameter. Okay. So pi by 4 25 square minus pi by 4 4 square. Okay. And you will get effectively this 478.307 millimeter square. Area will be 478.307 millimeter square. Okay. Simple calculation of area, nothing difficult. And now stress. Per leg, see, we are calculating for individual bush. Okay. So we'll take only individual load. Load is 20 kg. Area is 478.30 millimeter square. Okay. So you will get the stress kg per millimeter square 0.048. Design part is over. Okay. That's how it is simple. Okay. Whenever you will get anything, any kind of bush, only size, dimension, and the shape will change. Okay. But the problem will be simply like this. First job is to calculate individual or that particular stress on the particular bush. Okay. First part, just take the effective area of bush, calculate the effective load on the bush, and you will get the stress. So this is the stress on the individual bush, 0.0418 kg per millimeter square. How we have calculated? Load per pipe or load per bush and area of the bush. Area of the bush will be total area minus hollow area. Okay. So finally we got the stress. Okay. Now come here once again. See this crossed lining I have shown here. Okay. This cross lining at the both side. It means it is a solid area or solid section. Just tell me, is it required to be a solid section? Because see, it is a wastage of material. Why it required to have solid section? You can remove the material and you can make it a hollow section. You can make it a hollow section. Okay. Because see, solid section means you need a more material. Already bush is not a prime component of the assembly. It is not a prime component of the assembly. It is a secondary component. Okay. Just to avoid scratching, just to avoid noise, we are using it as a secondary component. Okay. So secondary component, cost of the secondary component should not be more. To reduce that cost, material requirement should be less. Okay. So rather than going for this solid sections, solid component at both side, you can go for the hollow component. Okay. You can go for the hollow component. Okay. So that rather than going for this kind of bush, we are going for hollow section. Okay. Hollow section. Okay. Now simple thing. Same thing is there here. This middle one is the pure hollow section for 4 millimeter diameter threaded screw. Middle section. Okay. Only this internal material I have removed because it is unnecessary increasing the cost. And now only there is the material at the wall, at the boundary. Okay. 10 millimeter thickness as it is. Total diameter was 25 millimeter. Okay. And if you check the wall thickness parameter, okay, I'll go back to that slide also. Here it is. Right. Read the first line. Typically, the wall thickness will be in the range of 0.5 millimeter to 4 millimeter. Average 2 millimeter. Okay. If it is not given in the problem, let's take it average. Okay. Don't go for minimum. Don't go for maximum. Go for optimum. Okay. So that average 2 millimeter wall thickness I will consider. Okay. That's how, see, in the design part, you should have to go for more number of assumptions. Okay. So assumption should be only optimum. Okay. If you are assuming, it should not be with extreme limits. right? Okay, so what I have gone for, I have gone for 2 mm wall thickness, because and it should be at both sides. It is a circular section. Okay, so 2 mm. Now this cross section will have this limits. See, this size was previously 10.5 mm this size, 10.5 mm this side. Okay, so out of the 10.5 millimeter, this 2 mm will be a wall thickness. So effective size will be this one: 2 mm wall, 8.5 mm middle section, 4 mm for threaded screw, again 8.5 mm right side section, and 2 mm wall. Okay, we got the our component. Okay, now we have given input of the wall thickness, we have given the access for the threaded screw, we have selected the thickness also, we have gone for the proper selection of all size. Okay, now now everything is almost completed. Okay, now I want to have this component. Getting it? Now what I'll do, I'll finalize this cross section, because wastage of material also we have reduced, we have made it now hollow. Okay, there is a scope for threaded screw also. Now issue is that if you check this right surface and left surface, right hand surface and left surface, okay, though it has drawn inclined, it is not inclined. Okay, the proper drawing will be plain vertical. So this is a totally vertical section, totally vertical section. Are you getting? Totally vertical section. So, and in one of the point I told you, whenever you are having exactly plane surface, there is one issue, the issue of ejection of the component from the mold, ejection of the component from the mold, because this will stick to the internal surface of the mold. So there was one concept, recall. I'll take you to that slide. It was nothing but this one, draft. Okay, rather than going for plane surface, go for the inclined, give some inclination. Okay, so that part can be easily removed from the component, sorry, mold. Okay, so that here also, instead of going for plane surface, we have to go for inclined one, that is one case. Okay, second thing, now if you check this internally, okay, there is no any material in this juncture, in this cross section, this inside component. Okay, so this threaded screw will pass from this side to that side, because it is a through hole. So see, threaded screw will be supported by the material at this section. Look at the cursor, at this bottom section, at this top section. What about this middle section? There is no any material to support the screw. So there may be possibility of moving it from its original location. Getting it? There is a possibility of inclination. Getting it? Okay, because there is no any material to support that screw at this section, at this internal section. At the top, material is there. At the bottom, material is there. At the middle size, there is no material. So can we provide some quantity, not all? If you provide all, again it will become as like original. Can we provide some quantity of material just around this threaded screw, so that screw will be supported, it will not displace from its original location, center will be as it is. Okay, so that we have gone for this one. Are you getting? Okay, don't get confused. Some kind of scope we have given, up to middle one. But if we give up to middle one, what about this topmost? Again here is opening, so that we have gone for, where is another one? There was one more figure. Okay, up to the top. Okay, from this bottom to top will give this totally vertical. Okay, so this section plus inclination at both the side, finally we'll get this one. Are you getting? This middle rib is to support the screw. Rib is to support the screw. Okay, as per our conclusion, we have removed this inside material also, extra material, and To get proper ejection, we have given the draft angle also 2 degree. Okay, maximum limit is a 2 degree. We have given draft angle to this side also and this side also. So finally, the size or this shape will be this as like an W. Okay, if you're observing here 2 lines, this is the axis for the screw. Okay, so this threaded screw will be managed in between this internal space, middle space. Okay, and finally you will get this design. Okay, now while designing this, because of the inclination, there is a possibility of increasing the size of bush also. We have considered as a 25, now it has become 26. No issue. Okay, that will not be a major issue. Only there should be this inclination at this side, getting it? Okay, so at the start our component was this one. We have removed internal material. Okay, to support the material, we have given the axis, we have provided rib, and to make it to have proper ejection from the mold, we have given inclination at both the both surface, at the right one and at the left one. And finally we got this one. Okay, so see, designing is not so much complex in this case. Okay, designing is only calculation of stress and finalizing the dimension. Okay, just imagining this properly and going for a proper size dimension, you can easily get it, just going for the proper size. Okay, see, now there is no any difficulty in this kind, and ultimately you will have this one. This is the pipe and this is how it is fitted. Okay, now if you checked with your sofa set, for this sofa set you will found this kind of bush at the bottom, not a solid, not a hollow, but this kind of bush. Okay, because see, we are using generally either a wooden chair or a plain chair, which is having a very small size cylindrical pipe, which don't require the bush. Okay, and though it is required, we are using full size bush where threading is not there, screw access is not there, a full type bush. That means it is covering the entire bottom. Are you getting entire bottom? As you have seen in your classroom, which bush rubber bush we are using for the benches, same kind. Okay, here we will use this W shape bush. Okay, and manufacturing is also simple. This kind of mold is required. I'll show you picture also where it is. Just a minute. The exact picture I was having. Just a minute. Now look at this. This is the bush. Are you getting? Okay, PVC. Okay, mostly see rubber bush. Nowadays rubber bush are not preferred. PVC bush is preferred in industry also. PVC bush. Okay, made from the PVC material. Okay, see, access for the screw thread is also given. Okay, and this inclination is also given, that is called as a draft. Okay, this inclination is also given. Okay, so this kind of bush are there. This is one kind of shape I have shown. Okay, not required always to be with this size. Okay, right, so that's what I have decided to discuss with you. Just a minute, I'll show you one example also. It was the question paper of 2018, May, June 2018. What is the question? See, designing is very simple. Only similar kind of question they are asking, only they are changing the component. Table of weight 20 kg. We have used a chair fitted with the plastic bush to all its legs for support. The leg is with the square cross section. Now they have mentioned here. We have used a cylindrical cross section. It is given here square cross section. Nothing difficult. Size also given. We have assumed a size. Okay, we have assumed size. Now they have given size also 30 mm by 30 mm. That problem is also solved. Design a bush with square cross section by assuming suitable data. What is difficult? This is required here. Only this much. Getting it? Okay. So again, is simple, very simple to design. Same process. Calculate the stress, Okay, now what is given? 20 kg weight of table. You can add an average weight. Just for example, a 60 kg average, a 60 kg weight is kept on the table, for example, and total weight will be 80 kg. Per leg weight will be 20 kg, and go for the analysis. Okay, that's how the simple questions are there. Actually, it is not a design. If you speak technically, it is not a simply design, it's simply a calculations, and that too a very simple. Okay, actual design process is having so many assumptions and so much a lengthy process. Okay, and so many factors you have to consider: material and factor of safety and theories of failure and everything. Okay, we are just considering an average and average parameters. Okay, just we want to know the process, and we are not going to in a deep. Okay, that's what there. Right. Okay. So in the next lecture, we'll have some couple of problems, and you will get the process clearly. Okay. Just one question from my side. If you want to manufacture this bush, if you want to manufacture this bush, okay, with this purpose, this chair with 80 kg load and that, okay, what process you will prefer? Sorry, which process you will prefer for manufacturing? Molding process: injection, compression, transfer, blow molding, ram molding. What process or which process you will prefer? Just answer me in chat box. Which process you will prefer for manufacturing of the bush? If you want to manufacture this bush, which process you will follow?